What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Joined alongside Tim live in Green Bay. We got Emilio in Tennessee here for a special Chalk Talk edition of PTA. We're going to break down the Green Bay Packers Minnesota Vikings tape. I've got 15 plays. You guys know the goal is to keep it under 10 plays. We couldn't do it in this one. It was just too much fun. So we got 15 plays to break down tonight. Key plays, in my opinion, the most important plays of the game. Understand there's going to be two or three that you probably go, I wish he would have broke that one down. But these are the ones that kind of led to scoring drives, obviously turnovers, explosive plays, things like that. But Tim, how you doing this evening, pal?
Doing good. Happy to be here. I'm glad Emilio's in the house. Break down a little film. This is going to be nice.
Going to be a lot of fun.
To be here. First dry day, I think, today. So, I mean, thoughts and prayers to everyone that's been going through it. Definitely, I've been seeing a lot of relief effort on there. If you need water, hay, anything like that for the animals, all that big stuff. Appreciate everyone doing that.
Yeah, everybody's kind of coming together. Last I heard, there was over 1,000 people still missing in Tennessee and North Carolina. But I'm sure that number has come down quite a bit because there have been people located. And obviously, unfortunately, we've lost a lot of people. But everybody pulling together, though, man, it sucks. But
dude, every other post seems like I roll through and it's like one dude's taking 3 trailers of bales, square round bales to all the animals that got, uprooted basically. And then totes of water, just clean drinking water from the hill, bring it over. And, you need that stuff right now. And everyone comes together. It really shows, who we are.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's funny, all these people, your phones are getting blown up with text messages from politicians this time of year, but they're just nowhere in sight when crap hits the fan. It's everybody helping each other, Isn't it funny how that works? But that's that is 2024 in a nutshell, no doubt. Let's do this. Let's give a quick shout out to the good folks over at Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access Live. Wisconsin-based since '92, specializing in Packers tickets. They are Wisconsin's largest ticket source with offices next to Lambeau and in Milwaukee. Just click on the link in the video description that'll send you to theticketking.com, where you can register for free as a customer and go ahead and start shopping for your Packers tickets. Again, that's Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access Live. We appreciate them supporting the show. Had a couple things we could hit on first, but since we're going to try Chalk Talk, here's what we're going to do, gang. You guys know we've been doing Chalk Talk on Rumble, and I've had a bunch of people reach out and say, Clayton, you can do it on YouTube. You can do it on YouTube. You're allowed to use the All 22 on YouTube. We're going to try it. It may be the end of the channel, but we're going to try it. Again, we never got an explanation as to what happened with the channel exactly, but we're going to give this a shot. So everyone, the routine, the drill. If the stream goes down, we'll still be live on Rumble and on X. Okay.
And it might just go down for a minute or two. I'd say give it, a couple minutes if it does go down and see, because they might just bring it back up on YouTube.
Absolutely. I've been told we're allowed to use this footage. So hopefully that's the case.
Heard it from a fan right here.
That's who told him was a fan. Nobody from YouTube actually said anything.
I've had so many people reach out and say, man, do Chalk Talk on YouTube. Do Chalk Talk. I'm going, I don't know. So we're going to do it. All right, we'll give it a shot. It's going to be a learning experience here. But, again, the biggest issue is lack of communication. You can't talk to anybody at YouTube. They won't explain to you what happened. It's just read these 10 pages of rules. Got it.
Edit these. Cool. How about that?
So with that being said, let's get into it. This is Packers Vikings week 4. Obviously, you guys know how it ended up. Tough loss there, losing by 2 points at home. But again, I think there's a lot of positive to come out of this. Hopefully, here's the goal. When we do this tonight, our goal is to understand what happened and why did it happen. Understand, too, I threw this together as quickly as I could, so there's a chance that I missed some stuff. If you guys noticed something I missed, if I made an error here, I'm not above approach here, right? Let me know what I missed, and we'll kind of correct it as we go here. And I'm sure I'll catch something. I always do along the way. Go, oh, crap, I wrote that in wrong. But we'll dive right into it. Y'all ready?
Yes.
And you guys let me know. Cut me off if the stream goes down. Okay, I do want to know if the stream goes down.
Yeah, I have it pulled up on my phone.
Cool. Sweet. All right. So here we go. And keep an eye for super chats as well in case we get something there. So, all right. First play we're going to show here is first quarter, 12:43 left. It's a 3rd and 14 for the Vikings at their own 40-yard line. I'm not gonna lie, man. It was this right at this point in the game. I felt really good. Like, oh man, 3rd and 14. Let's go. Let's get them off the field, go down, score. We get the ball after halftime. All that good stuff. It's everything you're looking for, right? In a situation there, as far as deferring to the second half. But 3rd and 14. This is the Sam Darnold pass to Naylor for 31 yards. All right, and here's the defense we came out in. This was really interesting. You guys know Javon Bullard got a lot of snaps, right? You know that Evan Williams got a few, what was it, like 11 snaps. So they were on the field at the same time along with Xavier McKinney. To the best of my knowledge, what we've got here is what they call giant dime or big dime. I've always heard it called giant dime, big nickel. You know, that's how you differentiate between the two. And what it means is there's 3 safeties on the field. So you've got 6 DBs, but there's 3 safeties. Okay, right. So it's technically a 4-1-6 defense. Quay Walker's the only linebacker out there. Okay, and we do show an overload here, Emilio. Tim, you remember we talked about this. We didn't think we see much overload, but you see it right here, right? Yep. So first drive of the game, they did come out in overload. That's something I didn't remember while we were watching the game. But again, the call is giant dime, which is 3 safeties, 4-1-6, overload, TT, cover 1 man, 18 bracket. Let me explain what that means real quick. So essentially what you've got here with the TT, these guys are going to try to run a stunt. So Carl Brooks is going to try to engage and come across, and Kenny is going to try to come across this way. The problem is Carl Brooks gets kicked right back into Kenny. They got no push whatsoever. So that's the TT aspect. You're going to have a rush. Everybody's man coverage here. You see Quay going in motion with Aaron Jones, man coverage, right? Mm-hmm. Man coverage across the board. And then up top, what you got is it's cover 1 man, okay? So that's how this is going to shake out. And you'll notice the late rotation here. There's Quay. That's how you know it's man. You see him following. Everybody barking out their signs. Ball snap. All right, so now what you see is kind of this bracket. 18 bracket is real simple, guys. You see, I think it might be Evan Williams here, actually. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was. He drops down because this is our boy number 18, Justin Jefferson, running across her. So right. He's bracket covering Justin Jefferson. This was part of the game plan we talked about, right? When I say 18 bracket, he's number 18. So we're talking about bracket coverage. You got man coverage underneath, and 33 is just going to lock over the top on him. That makes sense. So the problem is they are running a little bit of kind of a mid-mesh play, right? These guys are looking to run a route that intersects, and you're going to see our boy Eric Stokes get picked. But not only that, really he gets his lunch ate, to be honest with you. Watch Eric Stokes on this play. And this is why I don't like man coverage. There is just a whole lot of things that can go wrong when it comes to explosive plays. So you see Eric, he just gets cooked. Like he's already swimming before the pick even happens. And then right here, you can kind of see you got to weave through traffic a touch, off to the races. And now you see right here, there's that bracket coverage we talked about, right? That 18 bracket. So again, when your guy in man coverage gets cooked like this, there's nobody to help. Everybody else is focused on their work. Now, this guy's got eyes on it, but he's also got responsibility here if they cut across the middle, right? So it's just over. Bang. That's a 3rd and 14 they convert right out of the gate.
And I know people were complaining about the rush. Can you run it back to the beginning?
I can actually take you to the box cam right here if that's all right. Yeah, it'd be a little bit better.
So you were talking about the TT, right? We're overloaded right, but also you have your tight end over here on Rashawn Gary. Mm-hmm. So he's not even starting his route. It's a block release. And then same with Aaron Jones coming into Chip Preston. So you have a 3-on-2 in the center with your 2 guards in center against Kenny and Brooks there. And then you got your 2 edges trying to rush upfield after getting chipped. So they're coming in right now. Both of the tight end and the running back, get your hands on them, push them out, and look at these tackles. They basically that's like a practice rep. All right, let me get a 3-foot. I'm set square. Quarterback's to my back already. All I need to do is just catch this guy coming at me. And the twist didn't hit. They knew that we do like to run those twists, and we didn't get a push. I mean, it happens, but there was also 6 to start blocking 4 on the beginning of that play.
Yep, you can see Aaron Jones chip Preston Smith just long enough to basically take him out of the play and give Darnold time to get rid of the ball. Right. But I'm with you, Clay, man. You look at the man coverage in this type of situation, all it takes is one mistake right there by Stokes. It's over.
Separation, man.
Yep, it's over. And to Xavier McKinney's credit back there, kind of having dual responsibility. He did. He basically covered all of that ground on the play.
And the big whipping boy this year is Rashawn Gary. Everybody's going, oh, you pay too much. You suck. This is what's happening, guys. 20% of his pass rush snaps, he's getting chipped. 2 blockers. You've got 2 guys occupying this cat.
Yep.
You should be able to win somewhere else. The real issue is this right here.
Yep.
That has got to be the worst executed TT stunt I've ever seen. Kenny's got to hop out here. Carl's got to get more push. They just kind of run into each other and then watch Carl get right back in his face. Like that's cheats. That's absolute cheats. And again, Gary is the one who gets closest to the quarterback, and he just fought through a double team.
Yep.
So that's what you're seeing a lot of. I want to mention this real quick since we're talking about Gary. If I can get this up here. I put a tweet out earlier. I recommend everybody go check it out to understand. So Rashawn Gary's third down chart, I went ahead and chart all of his third down snaps. He had 10 snaps, one-on-one pass blocking, 4 of the 5 snaps. So five of the 10 snaps on his third down rushes, he had one-on-one blocking situations, right? Mm-hmm. 4 of those 5, the result of the play was an incomplete pass. They chipped him 2 of those 10 snaps, which is 20% right on par with what we talked about, his overall pass rush snaps that he's getting chipped 5th most in the league, right? And then the other play, he flushed the quarterback out of the pocket to the left. That's when Sam Darnold got the third down. We over-pursued up the field on the left side. Gary wins his rush and flushes him out to the left. And then the other one was this still shot I got right here. That's Gary making the tackle in a goal line situation on a run play. So he had 10 snaps. 5 of those 10 snaps were one-on-one blocking, 4 of which resulted in an incomplete pass. The chips, again, 2 of the 10 plays, he was chipped. Bringing it to 20%, which is what we talked about. He flushed the quarterback out of the pocket once, and then, of course, he was in coverage on one of those snaps too, by the way. Oh, no. Rashawn Gary dropped into coverage. That's right. So, again, it doesn't matter who your DC is. Edge defenders are going to drop into coverage from time to time. You know what's beautiful about that game plan? I know it didn't pan out on Sunday. When you got guys that they're going, look, I want 2 bodies on him the whole game, you drop him into coverage, now you got 2 people looking for him, and they ain't doing anything, especially in a fire zone situation. So that makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, again, that was the 3rd and 14 conversion there in the first quarter, man. That really kind of set the tone for the Vikings.
And no sugar, you know what I mean? Like I know we're in cover 1 man, but still, like Sam Darnold knew from before Aaron Jones took motion that it was going to be man coverage. He just had to pick his matchup that he wanted. He knew that it was 2 chips. Did I like Jefferson or did I like Addison? I mean, it wasn't too hard of a decision there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, next play, first quarter, 11:53 left, 1st and 10 play at Green Bay's 29. This is later in this drive. Darnold to Addison for the 29-yard touchdown, okay? Here's the call. Nickel 4-2-5 shell. Notice the shell they're showing here, pre-snap. Got your safeties deep, showing shell. It's cover 3 buzz. What that means is this safety's going to buzz into the box for a mid-zone. So deep third, deep third, deep third, and this is going to be kind of underneath the flat, underneath the flat, like that. That's how that cover 3 looks, all right? Now, here's the problem. You got to know your assignment. This is Corey Ballantyne, my boy. I'm taking this one on the chin because you guys know I love Corey Ballantyne. His call right here, guys, is deep third. Above anything else on this play, you cannot let that number 1 receiver, the only receiver on that side, this guy, get behind you in this deep third. Can't happen. And he throws him a little double move here. Watch this. I'm pretty sure this is Corey. This wasn't the Keyshawn. This was Corey, right? So watch this. Now they move a tight end over to get a number 2. Watch Corey. See him bite right there? Double move. It's over. Cooked. That's what happened. That's how you give up that touchdown in cover 3.
Right.
And you can see, I think this is McKinney right here, I believe, but you can see him throw his head back like, what the hell are you doing, bub? But again, we've seen this all year last year, right? We caught a lot of cover 3 last year. What's going on? Why is it happening? The players are blowing the coverage. Cover 3, you don't need to bite on that, bro. Mm-hmm. That's not you. That's not you.
Look, you got almost a triangle there. If he kept backpedaling, you still had a dude sitting on the 20 and the underneath route.
And this is exactly what Saban teaches. When you've got 2 targets, right? You got 2 targets. You want triangle defense, right? You want 3 defenders covering 2. You always want to stay +1. When you've got 3 receivers, 1, 2, 3, you want a box approach, and you've got it. That's all you can do as a defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
This should be covered up just fine. If Ballantyne runs with him, where are they going with the football, guys? Seriously, where are they going? Because they're kind of leaning Mabel.
Yeah.
See 3 on this side. So again, if he covers that, there is nothing there, nothing.
And that's what I think a reporter asked that in Matt's interview yesterday or whatever it was. You know, I think he thought it was Nixon too, the reporter. He's like, no, that was Ballantyne. Bit on double move. Yeah, he bit. I mean,
yeah. Now here's the rush. It looks like we got a 9. Let's see, a 9-4-I-1-9 on the technique. It's just a 4-man rush. Let's watch the rush here. And notice here too, by the way, guys, Gary isn't in the game. The whipping boy isn't out there this time. You got LVN and Enigbari on the edges. All right, so here we go. Let's watch the rush. Kenny gets doubled. There's just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you can see with the rush too, they're not pinning their ears back. This is what Matt talked about. Like Enigbari isn't throwing an exotic move here on the outside, right? He's just kind of working, keeping the quarterback in the pocket.
Right.
You blew a coverage. It's real simple.
Because I mean, you would if you're begging for them to be a pass rusher, that they're going to be taking different lanes. Sam Darnold's going to have a running lane, all that stuff, which is not ideal. But I mean, he's also not a mobile quarterback, so I see where people are coming at it in that perspective.
Definitely, man, definitely. Shout out to Josh for Landingham gifting 5 Packer Fan Total Access memberships. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for that, man. All right, next play. Tim, you got anything on that one, man? Anything I missed there? Anything you noticed?
No, I just more of the same. It's one thing to fall for the double move in man coverage, but if you're if you're in zone, that doesn't look good. And Bullard was busy back there, on the ball side. So I mean, you don't really expect to have to come over there in that situation, in that type of coverage. So yeah, that one's on Ballantyne for sure.
I mean, you hate it, Tim, because we just brought him up from the practice squad. You're not asking him. I don't need you to play the miraculous hero ball. Just play solid. Do your 111th, and that's it just didn't happen. That's all.
It's tough. It's that everyone wants to be like Ja, right? Little freelance, jump a route, get a pick six, and sometimes it ends up the other way around like this, and you're down 7-zip real quick,
We love it when they pick the ball off. Right. We roast them when they blow the cover. It's just the way that works. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. So Minnesota goes up 7-0 on that touchdown pass. Green Bay marched right down the field, missed a 37-yard field goal. So it's still Vikings 7-0. And then the very next drive, the Packers got 4 defensive penalties on that one drive. 4 defensive penalties on one drive that led to another touchdown. Okay, so now Minnesota's up 14-0. So trouble now, right? First quarter, 23 seconds left. 3rd and 7 at our own 33. This is the Jordan Love interception. Here was the play call: 11 gun, Trey left, T weak, dagger, Y hook, X fade, T leak. All right, and it was an out on the leak. So let's talk about what all of this means here. 11 gun, real quick. We talked about it a bunch of times. With 11 gun, it's 1 running back, 1 tight end, right? We're going Trey left. Trey left means there's 3 targets on the left, one of which is a tight end that's attached. And doesn't have to be attached, but he is in this situation, okay? And then the T is opposite side of the tight end, which makes him weak. That's 11 gun, Trey left, T weak. Now, let's talk about the passing concepts, the route combinations here. We've got dagger, all right? Dagger is a dig with a go. So the 1 is a dig, the 2 is a go. All right. Y hook, the Y is just going to kind of come out here and sit down in a hook underneath. So you're getting a high-low read, and you're still throwing dagger into the concept, right? X fade is real simple. Dobbs is going to try to get on the outside shoulder and run a go route here. You're going to notice number 2, it might be Stephon Gilmore, eats Dobbs's lunch. He bumps him, throws him on the ground, and Dobbs goes flying out of bounds. It's just wild that he gets manhandled like this. And then T leak with the out is a little chip, and then get out here and run a little out route. Okay, so you guys remember in our preparation, one of the things we had on notes, their EPA allowed on defense when you go Trey and trips left was really good. We wanted to stick with trips and Trey right. This is Right, here you go. Trey left. Their EPA got even better, boys, on the year. So let's roll the play here and show you what happens. And again, watch the trips. Watch the dagger. There's a little hook underneath, right? This is him going to Watson. This is the hospital ball we talked about, guys. Look right here. Like there's no reason to be throwing that football right there. And I know we like to roast Watson, and he's fragile, and he's made of glass and all those things.
Why didn't the ball go to Josh Jacobs?
It's a great question, Tim. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah,
First
run
of all,
that whole thing back, please.
look at Dobby. Watch Dobby. Watch Dobby.
Yeah,
I think that was Dobbs. Well, he just gets dang. So now roll it back again. This is what they're talking about. Watch Josh Jacobs on the leak here. This is what I'm talking about. Trying to get too much at one time, right? Watch the leak, chip, leak out, right? Just key in on Josh Jacobs.
wide open.
3rd and 7 play. You think Josh Jacobs ain't picking up that, especially with Stephon Gilmore, I believe it is, back to the ball. But
yep.
Stuff.
And you've got a line. Is that a linebacker there in the middle, crashing in the middle? So yeah, you're probably going to at least get the first down yardage, I would think, right?
Yeah.
They'll catch and run.
Yeah. Matt was talking about it. That Tampa 2, that center backer on the G right there. He carries Musgrave like it's a Tampa 2, but he carries and falls off that clear route early and jumps Christian, and that's where Jordan was talking about wanting to make a high low with the nickel there, which he had if that guy kept running with Musgrave, who's on the 50 right now. So that we're looking for that streak. For Musgrave clearing him out, pulling him all the way to the top, basically turning that defense into a cover 3 with the backer in the middle, drop it right in the hole. But it didn't happen because he made a good play. Peel off. He was betting that Jordan wasn't going to fire it to Musgrave in between the 2 safeties and jumped it. But like Tim was saying, hit Jacobs and just take the easy one and go.
Right.
But also,
and even if you don't get the first down, you live for a 4th and short maybe or something. Yeah.
Right. And from the beginning, I mean, even looking to Josh Jacobs, he didn't. I mean, it wasn't like a chip we saw with Aaron Jones and their tight end. Our tight end ran his streak route to pull. I mean, he's right there on the edge. Does he get a hand on does Musgrave get a hand on the edge player? No. I mean, he just gave him a shake. You know what I mean? Versus throw him off the route, take a second off your route. I think we were trying to hit the timing there.
Yeah. And again, there's not any receivers in the league that's going to survive this hit. Watch this. Like, you can't. I remember, and I don't mean to harp on it, but I remember Aaron Rodgers last year here when he would not throw and people going, there's a guy open, throw the ball. And you had Hall of Famer Kurt Warner breaking out a tape going, you're going to get your receiver killed if you throw that ball. It's a perfect example, right? You can't throw that ball. You just can't. I don't like the spacing of the play. I'm going to be honest with you. So it's not like it's a perfectly designed play, but you got to hit Jacobs there and live to fight another down, man. Because now you're without one of your most dynamic playmakers there in Christian Watson, obviously. So so that interception there, let's see. And I'm trying not to be depressed here, guys. I don't want this to be oh god, we gotta watch the bad tape. It's a learning experience. Here's what happened. Why did it happen? What went wrong? Right.
We've got some Vikings fans in here watching, Clayton. They said they were looking for the tears.
Yeah, you're not going to find any of those here. Sorry.
It must suck, man, to be a part of a fan base that you don't have anything to watch other than your opponent's streams. It's hilarious, right? I'm sorry that the people who break down the tape for you guys just don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. But y'all are welcome in here. Thanks.
Right. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, no doubt. Drop a super chat too, man. We'll hit a skull or two, all right? So after that, Minnesota obviously up 14-0. So Minnesota goes on to score a touchdown. Addison with the sweep. That made it 21-0. Green Bay misses another field goal. That was a 49-yarder. So it's still 21-0. And then they went 3-and-out Minnesota. All right. Up 21-0 there. So the defense forced a 3-and-out, get the ball back. This is the Jordan Love interception from his own 19-yard line. Okay. So again, we're in the second quarter, 6:05 left in the second, 1st and 10 play. We come out in a 12-gun, nasty balance, T-right, 84 smash T swing. All right. And here's what all that means. Remember, we talked about 12. We're going to probably see a lot of 12 because their EPA against was kind of low on that. Here's your 12 balance that we talked about all week long. So you've seen it. Nasty splits. Everybody's inside of the numbers. That's what the nasty means. And then T-right, of course, is just a T sidecar right. 84, okay, that's the numerical code or calling from the route tree here. Okay, it's going to be a post, right? So you're going to run a post here and a curl. All right, that's what the play design is supposed to be. On the other side, it's supposed to be smash. So your Y is going to run a corner, and then your receiver is going to run a sit. That's called the smash concept. And then the T swing is just going to swing out and get a little safety valve here. This is the play Matt talked about. So let's just focus on where the ball goes. It's going to go over here to the left, to the quarterback's left. This play was supposed to be ran like this, okay? More vert. And then you got a sit here. I want you to watch how Dobbs runs this route. It's what Matt talks about. He gets rerouted, goes out, and just kind of bends back in. And now you got Musgrave here. So as Love tries to hit Dobbs off of this route where he kind of broke it off too shallow, Musgrave thinks the ball's being thrown to him. And that's why Matt LaFleur bailed Musgrave out big time. Like, hey, no, that ain't on Luke. Luke ran his concept right. Romeo's the one who screwed it up here. See how he gets bent outside? That's supposed to be literally a post route. Yeah. Instead, he turns it into kind of like I don't know what you call that. So Musgrave thinks the ball is going to him because he's expecting that to be deep post behind him and create spacing. It's a simple high-low read. And Jordan read it correctly, believe it or not. Like, there's where you want to hit that ball. Yep. But Rome should have got there like this, not like this, right?
That's the Harrison Smith factor. I mean, if you go back and watch at the snap when Rome comes to the point of contact, there really isn't any contact. Watch 22 here. I'm just going to – he barely touched him, but it's enough respect for that guy that – it literally rerouted Dobbs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he ended up on the other side of the numbers, started inside the numbers, ended up starting to break on the outside of the numbers.
The purpose of the nasty balance, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's just it's just a good play by a good DB right there, really, to just reroute him. And then, like you said, like LaFleur said too, it's not on Musgrave. Musgrave thought it was a high pass to him. He's going up there trying to make a catch.
And that's why it's important to kind of keep up with all the details of the play, because you guys remember the postgame show, we heard Jordan Love say he was throwing it to Dobbs. What was my reaction? Musgrave ran the wrong route, son of a gun. And that wasn't the case, right? So got to control the emotions, Clayton. You're the worst at it. So here's a little bit better look, too. Let's watch the protection this time. Knowing that this is pretty much scat protection. It's just a 5-man protection. Let's see how many they bring. I think they only bring – actually, there's your free runner. Boom. So you're in scat. Now, you remember Matt LaFleur talked about this was a scat play. It was supposed to be scat, or he said it wasn't scat protection, right? So we were thinking that maybe Josh Jacobs was supposed to pass block here. That's why Jordan wasn't expecting a free runner, would be my guess. Still, he gets the ball off. It's just bad spacing, man. He gets nailed. Free runner from I think it was the Will there that might have smacked him in the mouth. Yep. So there's the second Jordan Love interception. Man, I can't believe we lost this game by 2 points. Like,
I know.
You're down 20. You're down 21-0, and you throw an interception on your own 19, and you end up losing by 2 points. I can't wait to face the Vikings again. It's going to be so much fun.
And with a comeback of what you were down 28, so that would have been the biggest comeback in team history.
In Packer history. Yep. No doubt. So there's that interception. All right, here's the next. I think it's the next drive. Yeah, 5:28 left in the second quarter. This is a first and goal play at Green Bay's 14. This is Donald to Jefferson for the touchdown. All right, so let's watch this one. This is 4-3 over Sam 9, cover 2 man. Let me explain what that means real quick. 4-3. So we are in a 4-3. There's your 3 linebackers. We're in an over, in my opinion. I think this would be an over. So you've got everyone shaded to the right here. You're over. Now it's a balanced look, so I could see how some would say, no, that's actually your Y. That's your U. I could care less. I'm calling it an over, and you're bringing up you're bringing up a Sam. Actually, it's an under. You're bringing in a Sam on the 9 tech. So watch the Sam march up here. I think it's once they go in motion, Eric Wilson passes that off because you're in cover 1 or cover 2 man. Now he's on the line of scrimmage in the run fit, right? So now he's man up on the running back. So what you essentially have here is Keyshawn Nixon, man coverage out here. I believe it was Key on this one, right? With Justin Jefferson, if I remember correctly. So let's see. Where was Key lined up originally? Before the motion, Key was going to be man up on the tight end, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That was his original. So that's how you got. We were wondering if it was by design. It wasn't.
Key's probably did Darnold motion him over? Can we go back? Did he motion Jefferson over to that spot?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was by design, though. Kevin O'Connell does the same thing that that Matt does. Yeah,
Right.
It wasn't. I don't think it was changed on the fly. Yeah, so he's just telling him, all right, let's go ahead and get in motion.
But you only have Eric Stokes and Keyshawn in at corner, too, at the same point. So Keyshawn at this point is our outside corner.
It's a good point. It's 4-3, right?
And look at X right now. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even see what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
His head. He was talking to Evan Williams pre-snap. I don't even think he was aware of what's going on. Look at to his left.
Yeah.
There's no safety help that way at all.
And it's supposed to be, in my opinion, 2-man under.
Yeah.
So.
And he just sat. Yeah. Buller's feet got flat there.
Yep.
But I tell you, man, Keyshawn covered it
perfectly. If he gets his head around, it's a pick.
I never understand that. And it's not just Keyshawn. It's all across the league.
Yeah.
Like, you're in man coverage. They are approaching the goal line. At what point do you go, you know what? They may be throwing the football, right? Like, why? Are you going to wait till you run out of the back of the end zone before you turn your head? It's tough, man. Tough look.
Yep.
And again, Justin Jefferson's a dog. We know that, right? We all know that. So,
but he still didn't have two of our corners. I mean, Valentine would have started if he was healthy. If he was good to go, he would have been in for Jabi and out. So
no doubt about it, man. Let's watch Gary here. See if this is one of those chip plays. And this is a 1st and goal, so this wasn't what I talked about earlier. Let's see if it's a single. See what we got here. Nope, it's just a single up. Ball comes out quick, though.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get to the quarterback in less than 2 seconds. It's just tough, man. It's a tough look there. And again, Keyshawn, he's not used to covering on the boundary. Like you said, we were he said, hi, Mom. We
but about as good as he can cover Justin Jefferson. I mean, stride for stride. If Key finishes that play where, it's a pick and we're starting on the, it's a touchback there, picking the end zone. So
absolutely, man. So there you go. More points, obviously, off the turnover from the Love interception. So now they lead 28-0. All right. There's 15 seconds left in the second quarter. This is the touchdown pass to Jaden Reed. Let's get to some good news, y'all.
Here's the guy.
We got 11 gun nub left bunch. All right. Now it was nub left. They're going to shift to bunch, meaning the F, who's Jaden Reed, is going to motion over and settle in right here. And that makes that half diamond bunch set. Okay. So that's why it's 11 gun nub left bunch, T weak, Y out, slot cross, F fade, T leak. All right. So here's what the passing concept will look like. The Y out is just going to be an out route, right? From the tight end over here. Once he motions over and settles in right here, what Jaden Reed, the play call on that side is going to be slot cross. So you're going to see a climb, right? And a dig over top of the climb. And then what Jaden Reed's going to do from this position is just run a fade route off the backside here, okay? And then, of course, the T leak is just going to be pick up a block and leak on an out route here, okay? So this is the fade to Jaden Reed. Beautiful ball, beautiful catch. Jaden Reed's a damn dog, dude. I love this dude, man. So you see he settles in. Watch for the fade. Ball snapped. It's a switch release, too. What that simply means, guys, is where they're lined up, they're not going to end that way. He's going to go outside. Wicks is going to cross over him with the crosser eventually, and then you got the dig, okay? But watch the fade route here. Beautiful ball by Jordan, too. Look, Jordan's going to hold the safety, let it rip. You can't throw it any better than that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's so frustrating, man. Jordan makes mistakes, but damn, he'll put a dime piece out there, too, man. It's just unbelievable. Here's a real good look at it here, too. As we can kind of see, all right, what's the protection look like? You see they're mugging the line. They're showing everybody on the line of scrimmage. Now they're doing a little pre-snap movement.
We talked about this pregame.
Mm-hmm.
This is
what they do, man.
Of that Vikings defense. It's sugar on every play.
Yeah, look at the placement of that ball, boys.
Yep.
So beautiful touchdown pass there, Jaden Reed. And this is where he sprinted across field, got the crew, the whole crowd absolutely fired up. That carried over in the second half. That's what won us the middle eight there, by the way. So, in a close game, that would be absolutely huge. It still proved to be huge with the momentum. So, all right, fast forward, third quarter, 10:24 left, 2nd and 1 play at Green Bay's 20-yard line. So Minnesota drove right down the field here early in the third quarter. This was going to be a part of the middle eight or borderline middle eight. It's just 10:24. Sometimes I just kind of blend those together. This is the Xavier McKinney interception. I don't want to hear anybody in the chat say this wasn't an interception because I checked the box score and it was an interception. All right. We're in nickel 4-2-5. Yeah, we're in nickel 4-2-5, cover 3, spot drop. So once again, you're getting zone coverage with an interception. I'm trying to remember who it is that's charting it for me in the chat in our Patreon group. My boy Joshua Dodge. So Josh, here's another interception that goes chalked up the zone. So zone is absolutely dominating when it comes to the creating the interceptions this year. So nickel 4-2-5, cover 3, spot drop. Notice too, guys, they're showing shell coverage right here off the bat. Okay, so with cover 3 spot drop, it's real simple. It's just going to be cover 3 zone. Now you don't cover grass. All right, you cover players. So once they enter your zone, you got to be able to latch on. And you see the guy who rotates here, right, coming down in the box is going to be the left safety. So essentially, what you've got is deep third, right, and this is actually McKinney who's playing that middle curl or middle hook, whatever you want to call it, right. Again, here's going to be a cover 3 look here. Everybody else is underneath. You see Isaiah McDuffie kind of playing the flat, playing underneath here. Okay. Watch McKinney read this. This is absolutely wild because essentially what you've got is, I'm trying to look for him. Where is our boy? Here we go. Our boy Aaron Jones is going to kind of get out here and go to the pylon. Watch McKinney read this. This is what I'm talking about. McKinney's zone is right here. McKinney reads it, and he's covering a receiver, not grass. You know how easy it'd be to stick right there?
Right.
You know? Because what they're doing, the way you beat zone is you overload that zone. You've got a guy here going deep, and you're going to send Aaron Jones out here. You've only got one guy on an island. But the difference is I think he's going to be an all-pro this year, obviously. Xavier McKinney's like, we're not waiting. He reads this and knows this guy.
No one's on him. Yeah. No one's on him.
He can't cover. And he knows he's got Bullard's got deep responsibility anyway, so he can go after this.
Exactly. So he's covered down the seam. There's nobody else threatening his middle zone, right? You got 18 coming across the field. Sam Darnold could have checked it down, but Xavier McKinney knows I've got help here with eyes on the ball, eyes on the quarterback. Somebody's got to take this route here from Aaron Jones. Watch him break on this, man. That is not normal. That is not normal. And again, I'm glad we ain't zooming in to see if he had possession or not. But.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw Bates screaming in the crowd, though.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
So here's another look. Again, this is just kind of your simple. The only overload we've seen so far is that opening drive, right? So this is just kind of your simple, what I would call probably a 7 tech. This right here would be a 2-eye tech. This would be your 3 tech. And then, of course, your wide 9 right here. And again, I don't think Rashawn Gary is in the game right now. So let's see what happens here again. Watch it roll. Look at McKinney. Look where his eyes are. Let's go get this ball.
Beautiful.
Absolutely wild. And again, I know there was a bobble at the end, but man, just an amazing job. Amazing job. So there's the interception that kind of sparked you a little bit. Obviously, you were down 28-7 when you got that pick. Fast forward, fourth quarter, 14:08 left, 2nd and 7 play. Green Bay ball at their own 45-yard line. You're down 28-7. This was an interesting play here. I want to get your all's take on this one. 11 gun, tray left, T weak wrap, Y go, X choice, T safe. Let's see if I can figure out what the hell all that means real quick here. That's a lot of. So wrap concept, real simple. Going to be a sit, and then you're going to run a dig around the backside. You're going to wrap that dig. Okay, that's that. The Y is going to run a go route. So you see dagger in there, right, guys? That's a dagger concept with a sit in between it. I call it wrap because we work left to right. So wrap, Y go, X choice. And I say this because he's running a go route, but if you'll notice, Bo, he recognizes they're in cover 2. Remember, they run cover 2 and cover 4 the most, right? He recognizes this, and watch Bo kind of pull up right here and just sit in the bunker, at what we call the bunker. The way you attack cover 2 zone, you get a base down the seam, splitting the safeties, and you got 2 bunkers along the sidelines, over the corner, under the safeties. Most people call it a hole shot. I've always heard it called bunker. T safe means the running back's going to stay in and block. So you've got a 7-man protection here. 6-man protection. I apologize. So again, watch Bo just key in down here. It's pretty wild. And this is Bo being on the same page with Jordan. He knows he's reading the safety right here. I'm sure he's going, okay, safety help over the top. Let me just kind of beat this underneath and just settle in right here. Watch this. And he's going to get eyes back on the quarterback. He knows he's going to need help. Look at him just sit. That's a veteran move right there by Bo. Bang. And again, that was a 2nd and 7 play for 28 yards. Explosive. Count it. You know what that means. It triples our chances of scoring on this drive, right? Anything you notice there, fellas? Anything at all as we get to the box cam?
What you just said, the chemistry clearly between Bo Melton and Jordan on this play, in particular, because that's not, that's not a choice route, but it became one, right? Kind of on the fly, and then Jordan having the presence in the pocket to step out and extend away from that pressure, extend the play, and then find Bo. It's like playground ball at that point, right? Let me get out of here and just throw it down the seam here to my open guy.
That's a dime too, boys.
Yeah, on the run, right on the numbers. That's where you need that ball. I mean, there's no chance of that ball even being deflected or picked or anything. And you had defenders in the area, so.
We talked about this, Emilio. He looked more comfortable in the second half. He looks really mobile here. He doesn't look hurt at all right here.
Right. Yeah, so I was going to say, I love that the line was able to fan left and still pick up the block. Josh Jacobs, I know it was a corner probably or time or whatever, but still, pass blocking is key. We kept Love clean there. He stepped up, made a move, and like Tim was saying, Bo perfectly throttled down. You don't need to run. I don't need to see that 4.4 speed right this second. Just find your space, get your grass. It's like reverse of defense. Grass never, scored touchdowns. Grass is going to score us touchdowns on offense. That's where we need to be.
That's right. That run that route like you had too many cheese curds,
Right.
Cheese curds make my stomach hurt all the time, but I do eat them though.
I was trying to tell him that when he was walking the bus. I was trying to tell him.
Oh my God, I love it. So again, that Bo Melton 28-yard pass, you hit on an explosive, triples your chances of scoring. Later on that drive, we had a touchdown pass to Tay Wicks. Short throw, didn't see any reason to show it. So now it's 28-14. Don't look now, but we got a ball game, boys. Fourth quarter, 10:50 left, 2nd and 8 play at your own 32. At Minnesota's got it at their own 32-yard line. Remember when we were watching or in the postgame show, Tim, we were like, man, he just halfway waited too long to change up the game plan.
Yep.
Look how creative he's getting here. We got a nickel, 2-4-5. We're not running 34 anymore. Remember, it's a 4-2-5. This is a nickel 2-4-5. Look how many people are standing up at the line of scrimmage. Got two guys with their hands in the dirt and everybody else mugging. So it's nickel 2-4-5, double A sugar, TE right, cover 3 invert, Sam drop, cat blitz. This is wild right here. There you go. That's the guy responsible. So what we mean with the double A sugar, you've got the backers mugging the A gap. This offensive line right here is going, oh, crap, they might be bringing the house, right? And I want you to watch what happens because they mug and they drop out. Mug, drop out, right? That's what we mean by double A sugar. TE right. What you're going to do here on this play is tackle's going to go first. It's going to be a stunt. He's going to fan out and allow Gary to loop in, all right? They're controlling that TE, and guess what happens? Our boy, Keyshawn Nixon, is going to come up here and fire a cat blitz. It's a nickel blitz, but right in this situation here, he's the corner closest to the line. I would refer to it as a cat. I think it better describes than a nickel blitz, even though he is playing nickel. Sam drop. Enigbare is technically the Sam backer over here, okay? He's going to drop into coverage. So you're going to drop him out with a fire zone look. And then, of course, we talked about the cat blitz. Here's what I want you guys to key in on. You see this defender right here? This is a cover 3 invert. So what's going to happen is deep third, this guy's going to turn around full sprint, cover deep third, so McKinney can sit in the middle, deep third. That's what we mean by invert. So you've got a guy close to the line of scrimmage covering the seam while the guy who's showing he's covering the seam is actually going to stay close to the middle. I think he may even kind of fan out over here. It might be considered cover 6 invert, but you guys be the judge here. This is pretty wild.
And that A mug right there brought Aaron Jones up sitting a yard behind because they're worried about that inside blitz. So your eye sugaring up front. Everybody forgets about the outside.
Yeah. And that's Buller deep, isn't it? So this is Bull. So I'm wondering if McKinney's right here and he's the one who covers deep third. Could be. Let's watch it. That's definitely Bullard right there. So you see him fan over. Look at this guy, full sprint. I bet that is McKinney right there. So deep third, and then Bull's going to sit down. He's going to kind of rob right here. That makes sense. So, and again, if you roll it back, watch the T. We'll get it better from the box cam. We'll just let it roll right here. So you guys get the gist. Look at those guys bail out, get to their spot. God, I love zone defense, man. I wish we'd run it every damn play. I hate man coverage with a passion.
Man coverage is great situationally when you pepper it in and you catch a team off guard and you can be effective with it. But if you lean on man, you're going to get blown up. And if you don't believe us, look at the first half of this game. You'll see it.
And for Joshua Dodge in the Patreon group, I know we're just charting interceptions, zone man, but here you go. Here's a strip sack off a zone. Just another turnover created by zone coverage. And again, look at that mug right there. I mean, when you're setting the protection here, Emilio, what you got to be prepared for this, don't you? You got to be going here, 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 right? That's your protection.
You split the center. You're kind of happy with the left side, maybe, but that right side, you got way too many numbers, and that's where you're looking at X. He looks like he lined up on the D line 5 times that game.
Yep.
So
you're right too. This puts Jones in that A gap area and just takes him out of the blindside protection.
And that's it, exactly, Tim. He's up on the line of scrimmage. His idea, I'm going to take a step forward and fill this gap.
Right.
All along. I mean, left side. He's not going to see it once their left tackle backs up one step. It's over.
No doubt. And then you got McKinney. Look how much ground he has to cover deep third. Deep seam. That's just wild. Absolutely wild. So let's roll it. And again, watch Gary on the TE. You're going to see he's going to engage, take it out. Gary's going to loop in. That's got everybody occupied. Keyshawn's going to come in off the edge. What a play call by Jeff Hafley.
Right. And Aaron Jones saw that. I mean, he was worried. He was worried Rashawn was going to blow him up, and he did a good job blocking Rashawn. I mean, he hugged him a little, but
I bet he's still feeling that one. I mean, that's
Then the guard's like, "Uh-oh, what happened?"
Great job by Edrin Cooper here.
Yes.
And Quay Walker, too. Just, they sugared pre-snap, fell off into coverage. Eyes are downfield where they're supposed to be. And lo and behold, there's Cooper making the recovery. I love it.
And Cooper was mugging the A-gap at the beginning there.
Yeah.
He's the one that peeled out and was
covered a lot of ground for a linebacker.
He literally mugged the A-gap, dropped 10 yards into a curl, and then recovers the fumble behind the line of scrimmage. Look at all the ground he covered, man. He's an athlete, dude. He's just so raw. You got to get him.
I mean, look at that. There's no reason he should have recovered that.
Right.
Like, how did he recover that fumble? There were 2 Vikings there before he was.
Yeah, what was your 10-yard sprint? What was your 10-yard split? Because that made the difference.
That was incredible, man. He hit the nitrous booster on that.
Goody said, "I drafted him." So obviously, huge play there. Now it's later the next drive. Packers get the ball. 10-16 left. It's a 2nd and 3 play at Minnesota's 13. Might be my favorite play of the day. The screen grab we used, or the thumbnail we used for this video, is Tucker Kraft just being absolutely fired up. Here's what we got. 11 gun dubs, strong left, T-same, RPO alert, Y flat. We haven't said RPO a lot this year, guys. You know why? Because we've had Malik Willis playing quarterback, and I feel like they've kind of taken that. They didn't want him to try to do too much with the RPO game. You're going to see the RPO game reemerge. It's a staple of Matt LaFleur's offense with Jordan Love the last couple years here. So 11 gun dubs, real simple. 1 running back, 1 tight end. Dubs means it's doubles, 2 by 2. All right. That's how that sets up. T-same is on the same side as the tight end. And RPO alert, Y flat. This is real simple. You're going to take the snap, put the ball in the belly of the running back, okay? And what Jordan's going to read are these defenders out here. If he gets a hat on a hat out here, as our boy Tucker Kraft is going to run a flat route here, and I think this is Dontavion Wicks. I think it's Dontavion Wicks is going to get out here and try to block, okay? So essentially the guy who's got to make the play, I'm pretty sure, is right here. He's got to hammer down, and that's Harrison Smith. He's got to try to tackle Tucker Kraft. So, again, what Jordan's reading here, ball in the belly, what's your hat count look like out here on the edge? That's what you're doing, okay? RPO, again, this is called RPO alert, Y flat. Watch Jordan reads it perfect. Ball in the belly, looks up. You like your situation right here. Look, you're, 10 yards away from him, and you're going to have a steamroller in Tucker Kraft. Now, listen, that's Harrison Smith, one of the best tacklers in the game. Watch what Tucker Kraft does to him. He throws him out the damn club. Look at this. Get off me, little boy. Mm-hmm. And then poor Tay about got ran over too. But great block, man. Great block by Tay.
But you see it. I mean, they didn't keep the triangle there. With the two versus 2 is your matchup you're wanting versus on the other side of the field. They did have that triangle over the 2 wide receivers wide there. They had
just a great read by Jordan. What Emilio's talking about, here's your 2 defenders on the play.
Yep.
When you've got 2 options, you want a +1 hat count on defense to make that triangle we just showed you on Green Bay. Like, for instance, if this guy was dropping into coverage, you would have your triangle. Problem is he's rushing, right?
And you do on the right side, and that's what Jordan's looking at. Like, all right, let's split the center. There are way too many dudes on the right side of the field. You take that backer, sitting on the far hash. I mean, they got way too many numbers over there. So let's run the short side, find the route.
Yep. There you go. There's your triangle over your 2, right? That's Nick Saban 101.
You see him looking there too right now. Look at that.
And then also think about the hat count in the running game here too. You're strong left, right? So there's 2 aspects to this read. If you're going to give the ball to Josh Jacobs, it's going to be because you got the hat count here. You're strong left. You don't have the hat count on this side of the field. Just a great read by Jordan, man. Pull it out of the belly, hit your Y flat, and watch him steamroll Harrison Smith. Watch it again. So there's your triangle at the bottom. Bang. Stiff arm. Run them over. Love it.
And those linebackers are probably sitting a little bit, not tight end side because Josh Jacobs is left of Jordan Love, and that read option is going to come across his face.
Yep. And 9 out of 10 times Harrison Smith makes that tackle.
Absolutely.
This was the one time he doesn't, and a lot of it is due to Jordan getting this ball out quick, throwing it where it needs to be, allowing Tuck Norris to do what Tuck Norris does, right?
I need that poster right there, boys. I need that picture right there. I need this framed on the wall of Harrison Smith just chewing on dirt. You know what I'm saying? I like him, though. Harrison Smith's one of my favorite players in the NFL. I got a shameless admission there. He's a good ball player. So great player there by Tucker, obviously. It was 28-14. They go on and get a 2-point conversion, if I remember correctly. So that's going to make it 28-22. I know a lot of people didn't understand why did you go for 2 in that situation. I just seen this. Shout out to Bates. Thank you so much, buddy. Gifted 10 Packer Fan Total Access memberships. Thank you so much, bud.
You got to put his other comment up too. Here.
Oh,
I got it. Courtesy of Oneida Casino. Good job, Bates.
Oh, man, Bates hit the casino while he was in town. That's what I'm talking about.
Like it. I like it a lot.
Comes full circle.
So why do you go for 2 when you could have made it a 7-point game, right? The way I seen it was how much time was left. You still had 8:54 left. Plenty of time to go down and get in field goal range twice to tie it up, right? That's kind of the way I see that. You don't have to – their red zone defense stout. I feel like they're playing the numbers. They're like, hey, let's try to get this 2-point conversion so 2 field goals are in play because there's plenty of time left in the fourth quarter. So I'm glad they did it. If they hadn't got it, what's the result there? Okay, you're going to have to score a touchdown, and in a second time, you're going to go for the 2-point conversion again. The analytics would suggest you're probably going to get it one of those 2 times. So I think I like the call. I know a lot of people didn't. That's just me personally. I thought it was a good call. So now let's go on to, so it was 28-22. Unfortunately, Minnesota went down the field, kicked a field goal, made it 31-22. All right, so here is Jordan Love's, what are we doing? Okay, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself there. This is 8:54 left in the fourth quarter, 2nd and 2 play at Green Bay's 45. This is the Justin Jefferson 27-yard reception, okay? This is really, really important because this is what led to the field goal I just talked about. Guess what we're in, fellas? Nickel 4-2-5, cover 1 man. We're going to go will fire here, which is real simple. How do you identify the will? When you're in a nickel set, you got 2 backers, all right? You got a will and a Mike, a weak side and a strong side. The strong side is the Mike. He's always going to line up over the tight end. There's your tight end. That makes Quay the will in this situation. So what you're going to run is nickel 4-2-5, cover 1 man, and there's going to be your will fire. He's blitzing, rush, 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 rush. Now let's go red for the man coverage. Man coverage on the tee. Actually, probably, on the tee there. I'm thinking this safety's deep, cover 1 man, and McKinney is actually going to be on the tight end, if I remember correctly. And again, right here, you're just kind of playing catch man here. Whichever one releases outside, that's who this defender's going to take, and the other's going to take the inside. You're going to try to reroute this first receiver inside so Keyshawn can just stay on him and man. Let's watch it, though. Ball snap, cover 1 man. You see the safety come down on the tight end. He's man coverage on the tight end. This is the pick route I was talking about earlier. So you see at how much of a disadvantage you're in right here, guys. He's got to play man coverage here, right? Because Key's got the guy closest to him. Basically what Stokes is doing, he's gambling. He's saying someone's going to break outside and I'll pick him up. Well, if they both go inside, if one goes vert, the other goes inside, how the hell are you going to get to your spot?
That's why if we didn't fire the will here, it might have worked a little better, right? If maybe Quay's in that space, something's different.
If you don't fire the will, what you end up with is what we call cover one hole, Quay short zone. That's protected, right? Good point, Tim. So again, you fire it, a little too aggressive. You're trailing. Watch this pick right here.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, look at that separation, boys. That is called man coverage.
Yep.
So explosive, triples your chances of scoring on that drive. That would lead to a Minnesota field goal. Kudos to the defense holding them to a field goal, though, right? So let's watch the box cam real quick. Let's see how well Quay rushes the quarterback here. See if he and we didn't get Quay's sack because it didn't really lead anything on that drive. So I left it out, but it is worth noting Quay did get a sack, though. But you see he didn't really hit home.
No. Yeah. Kenny beat his man, though.
He did.
The hold. Look at that.
Yep.
Grab the waistband.
Was that a single? Let's see if it's a single block.
Yeah,
too.
it was one-on-one against the center, I think.
Oh, yeah, he's winning that.
Beat him. Yeah, it's a hold, but okay. We'll take it.
Yeah. Hilarious. Wyatt, is that where Wyatt gets hurt? I think it is.
Yeah.
Yep, sure is. Did Kenny throw the center into Wyatt? Please tell me he did. He did. I don't mean to laugh. It's like, damn, could anything else go wrong? Kenny beats his guy, slings him on the ground. That's what rose up.
You got a little good news, right? The rumor mill is Scoot's probably not going to IR, right? So that's a good sign. Yeah.
Love to hear it.
Yep. So, again, that led to a field goal, which would make it Minnesota 31, Green Bay 22. So, let's fast forward now. Fourth quarter, 6:13 left, 1st and 10 at Minnesota's 34. This is Love's final interception here. And here was the play call. 11 gun, Trey left, T-swing weak. T-wing weak. I'm sorry. So, you actually put the T up here in the wing spot. And then a passing concept that's known as spacing. But the way it's been described to me, when it's with 3 receivers in spacing, they call it spurls. All right, spacing curls is the idea here. So
the one you're always audible out of when you're playing Madden.
Exactly.
Everybody does a 4-yard curl route. No.
No. Listen, I want to get in a trip set here on Madden. I'm not running those curls. You know what it is, Emilio?
Yeah.
It's triangle, square, up. Triangle, triangle, up. Triangle, X, up.
Exactly. Clear out some space. I might need to run it here.
So that's the spurls or spacing concept. And you got an X go, which is going to be working the outside shoulder. That's Dontavion Wicks. And then the T is going to stay safe. He's just going to step up and pass block, right? Now, obviously, you get a free runner from Harrison Smith off the edge. You just got one too many that you can't block. This is what Matt LaFleur was talking about, that you get kind of lulled to sleep with them showing it, dropping out, showing it, dropping out. This time they brung it, and they get a free runner. So this is going to hurt everybody's soul here a little bit, all right? We know the result of this. Jordan has to fade to his left, throws to the left to Dontavion Wicks, throws it right to the corner. Anywhere you want to put that ball to Dontavion Wicks, it needs to be on the outside shoulder. That's the safest place to put it. The problem is Harrison Smith was breathing down his neck. He had to fade left. I'm going to ask everybody to do something I wish I didn't have to ask you to do. Watch Tucker Kraft on this play. Just watch Tucker. Got the blitz. There's your read.
Oh, my gosh.
It hurts. It hurts bad. And, again, that's a 1st and 10 play. This has been Jordan's MO. Last year, Pittsburgh game, you got 3 or 4 plays left in the game. You don't have to do it right here. He tries to go for the kill shot. Those in double coverage, gets picked. Right here, you see it. Now, again, it's easy for me to sit here in my comfy little computer chair and go, oh, I would have threw it over here. You got Harrison Smith about to smack you in the mouth, right?
Yep.
So
and we know Jordan's got that Brett Favre gene. He's thinking, go ball.
and I said this in the post game, Tim. I know you and I disagree with this about this. I don't mind this matchup. 1-on-1, give you guys a shot. The problem is Harrison got there so quick. You seen Jordan had to fade away to his left, so he throws to this side as opposed to out here, right?
Yeah.
So
watching it back too, like I see your point. You know what I mean? Like you definitely probably take a shot there. If you get a little bit of a better ball, we might be having a different conversation. Yeah. It's just tough seeing a first down right there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and I was pissed off at Dontavion Wicks. Like, you got to get your head around, but watching it back, it's like, no, that was he just only shot was to play defense, right? It really was. So, again, so that's what happened there on the Spurls X Go. Again, let's watch it again. And you could this. I think this is a good cam where you can see Jordan have to fade to his left. Right here, he's like, oh crap. See how he had to kind of fade away?
I mean, they brought what? Did they bring 6 or 7? I mean, it's either exactly amount of people. No, the Heat came for a second. It looked like a spot drop, 54. So that's 7 lined up. But he does come and engage Josh, and then looks like he
occupies him, right? Might as well be a blitz. That's what we call a what is it? A touch
Green
spy
dog.
typically.
Yeah, right.
Touch spy. So you touch the blocker, get back, and you're kind of spying the QB.
And that's the only reason that there's a double team right there, and there's no hands on Harrison Smith.
Exactly. I love the mugging. I don't understand why we don't mug every play. I really don't. You can't when you man cover, but that's the main reason. But again, so that's tough there, right? We got a little bit of good news, though. Well, obviously, you throw the interception, then the very next drive, Tucker Kraft fumbles. So the defense stood tall in the second half. You got to stop, got the ball back, or you held them to a field goal, right? And then Love throws the interception. You stop them, you get the ball back, Kraft fumbles, right? So you stop them again, and now here is the last little hoorah, if you will. This is going to be the 21-yard pass to Jaden Reed. All right, 1:56 left in the fourth quarter, 1st and 10 play at their own 20. The play call is, let me get everybody in place here real quick. Play call is 11 gun, nub left, T same, Y out, F skinny drive, T swing. And essentially what you've got here is the Y is going to run an out route. Okay, that's Tucker running an out. The F is going to run a skinny. So he's just going to kind of get a skinny post right here. And then you're going to have the drive concept, which is the number 2 is going to run a dig. All right. And the number 1 is going to run a drag or a shallow dig, if you will. And then you got the T swing out here. Okay. So you really like the play call. I do. And this is just Jordan and our boy Jaden Reed being on the same page. That's all this is. Watch Jaden Reed. He knows as I get skinny, I'm getting that head around as quick as possible. So Jaden's going to get out here, and you'll notice he looks back to Jordan as he skinnies this thing off. Again, it's just the chemistry that Jordan and Jaden is creating is absolutely phenomenal. You see Jordan, all right, I'm going to go to my guy here. Gets his head around quick. Before even the drive concept could set up, Jaden with a hell of a play there, taking a big hit. Watch him get up. Where's the official? Let's go. Get the ball to my guy. Let's get moving. I like this. They said, who's the greatest coach in NFL history? Amelia, right here.
That's your boy.
Might as well zoom in on that, right? Who else we got up here? Willie Davis, my man. Arnie Herbert. You kidding me? Arnie Herbert hitting that plate glass window 2 times in a row out there in Hollywood. I was about to say a real bad word. All right, let's see. So let's see it from the box cam here too. Again, Jaden Reed, just him getting his head around. It's a good cam to see it. Jordan quickly looks left. He changed something there, so they must have canned out of a run, and the pass play that they had called probably shifted to T left. That's the only thing I could come up with there. It couldn't have been a run. It had to be 2 pass plays this late. But look at Jordan, just going to go to his guy, bang. Not a good ball either, but Jaden, man, that dude is just, God, he's phenomenal. So 21 yards there. Next play, I believe it was still the Jaden Reed show. This is a 1st and 10, 1:35 left at their own 41. It's going to be a 42-yard pass to Jaden Reed, trying to get the Packers in a situation where they can have an onside kick. 11 gun, nub right, T same, Salem, F dig, Y leak, T cut. Is that long enough for you?
This is real quick before you run this. This is exactly what you talk about. This is a perfect example of when you mention game on the line, think play or not play.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we're seeing. It's the Jaden Reed show right now.
Yep. Pat Kerwin used to say it all the time, and I'd listen to his daily show on Sirius NFL Radio. I'd roll my eyes. I'm like, no, you could scheme your way out of it. That ain't how they think, the NFL. It's game's on the line. Who is your playmaker? That's who you need to get the damn ball to.
That's right.
Even though we didn't have good luck against trips left, right? But you think your player. You think your player in that moment.
Yeah, exactly. And you doing this play. Check this out. So you got Salem. That's a concept that's a dig route with the 1 and a corner route with the 2. So it's kind of a scissors approach there, right? And then you got F dig. Who's the F? That's Jaden Reed. He's just going to kind of run a dig route. So what you're seeing is, even though it's Salem, if you remove the corner route, get my chart out here. If you remove the corner route, what you got is a double dig. And I think it's just called digs, I believe. But I want to double check here. Yeah, just digs. So that's a really cool concept because you got 4 windows to throw the football. You got 2 windows on each of those routes. Out of the break, and then the second window 5, maybe 6 yards into the dig. So that's what Salem is, the dig with the corner. And then we got F dig. And then we got Y leak, which is going to be an out. So the Y here, Musgrave, is going to chip and then run an out. I want to say something real quick. I'm going to be negative for a minute. I'm known as the positive Packer podcaster here, but I'm going to be negative. Luke Musgrave, man, you guys seen his pass blocking grade? I rolled my eyes. I'm like, he's a tight end. He's a vertical threat tight end. We don't need him pass blocking. Watch this half-ass effort right here on this block. Watch Luke Musgrave down here. And this happened twice that I've seen. All right, watch him. This is embarrassing.
Sit your butt outside.
No block, no rock.
Yeah, me no like you that one, Jan.
Yeah. Hit me with a no block, no rock, Tim.
No block, no rock.
Go, all right,
Run that back once because it looked like he was doing his best Josh Myers impression there for a second.
Again, watch him.
What? Oh my gosh.
It's bad. It's embarrassing, man.
And then there's Zach Tom, getting there to clean up the mess, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And again, I don't mean to pile on. I'm not trying to dog him, but that's again, every time I turn on the tape and I hear people complain about PFF, and then I go look at the grades and go, that's what I seen too. To be honest with you.
Yep.
Because his pass blocking was like in the 20s or something, if I remember correctly. So again, that Y leak, then you got a T cut. A T cut's real simple. It's a dig. So the running back is just gonna run a little dig route underneath. So again, with the Salem, you got your dig, you got your corner, you got your dig, and then the chip and an out. Love the play call by LaFleur, man. You got a bunch of different options. You can pick a side here, work through your progressions, however you want to read it. But again, watch Jaden Reed, boys. This is awesome. Notice I put F dig, break off, go. This is Jaden Reed. This is how he plays football. He's going to run the dig, and he's going to take a peek into the backfield at Jordan, and he's going to go, oh, crap, he needs help, right? And then he's going to break this off and run a little go. He's not even open. Watch him catch his football. Again, watch this. Dig, recognizes what the hell is going on. Oh, Jordan's scrambling. Let me get upfield here. Boop. Notice he got this guy to flip his hips, get him off balance. And Jordan's thinking play or not play. Watch his catch. You'll see it better on this next cam right here. But Jaden Reed, man, he is that dude for this offense.
That guy was Harrison Smith, by the way. So
was it really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I didn't even recognize.
You're talking about two stellar athletes going at it right here. This is a great play.
Yeah, here's your do-si-do from Musgrave once again. All right. Zach Thompson, you got to be kidding me. I got to sprint 15 yards. Watch this catch, man. Look at the angle of Jaden Reed's body in the air. Look at that, bro. That is awesome. You're right, Harrison Smith. And watch him jump up. No time to celebrate. Get this ball to the official. We got to go. Right?
Another great ball from Jordan, rolling out, and throwing on the move.
I'm telling you, this next game against the Rams, there's not going to be any of that limping. There's not going to be any of that worrying about trusting it. I think he's going to be way more comfortable on this knee. I really do. As long as you don't have a setback. That's the only thing we're praying to sweet baby Jesus doesn't happen, right? So here we go. Last play we got. 56 seconds left, fourth quarter, 1st and 10 play, Minnesota 17. This is the Dontavion Wicks 17-yard touchdown pass. Minnesota's up 31-22. It's going to give you a shot for an onside kick. I just love the fight, man. They didn't give up. They just kept battling. So we got 11 gun dubs, strong right, T weak, pout, Z out, max protect. All right. So what you got here, dubs, you guys know what it means. Pout is a post with an out. Okay. So essentially what Dontavion Wicks is going to do is run a post, right? But he's going to notice right here where the safety's sitting in depth, and you're going to see him kind of turning in almost a dig. All right. With pout, you got the out route here. So it's a post with an out, and then the Z out. Okay. And again, how do you identify the Z? The X is always on the line of scrimmage, opposite the tight end. The receiver on that side is going to be your Z. So in this situation, Dobby is technically the Z, but they just like to use him in isolation. All right. Now, what's max protect mean? Glad you asked. Tight end's going to stay in and block. Running back's going to stay in and block. All right. So that's max protect. You got a 7-man protection. This might be the other play I was thinking about, boys. Watch Musgrave here. He's like, I got this. You kidding me? Watch me handle these boys. so bad. Let's
No block, no rock.
Thank you, Coach. Like what? Look at this. What do we? Look at a stick figure we're going to draw here. Like what? That's not good blocking technique, is it, Emilio?
No, I honestly think his feet got stopped. I think he's looking at the dude too much. We need to keep chopping, keep moving.
Oh, we're gonna give him some.
Yes, we are, Brett. It's just bad, man. Is that Zach Tom again? No, it ain't Zach Tom this time. Who is it? That's Emmanuel Wilson. Thank God he took a peek. Jordan's dead if he don't. And here's the thing, too. Emmanuel Wilson had a real good pass blocking grade. Perfect example right here. Look at this. He's going to come all the way across the formation and save Jordan Love's life. Look at this.
Didn't Matt say something about that? Like, the reason why, Jacobs' snaps weren't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't say the reason Jacobs came out was because of pass blocking, but he said, yeah, we were having trouble with pass protection. We had to make that's what he said.
Right.
So, and again, if Emmanuel Wilson doesn't pick up that block, Jordan doesn't have time. Look, he's getting hit. Yep. And again, watch Dontavion was kind of running a post, but you're going to see he's going to get in behind the safety here. Mm-hmm. And Jordan throws a dot. You talk about fearless. Game on our – look at that, just standing in there.
Not only saving Jordan's – like, let's be honest, he's going to get hit right in that knee. I mean,
right.
So not only saving Jordan Love's life and season, he also saved the play. He allowed this route concept to, happen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You talk about him working back behind the coverage. I mean, that doesn't happen if Jordan Love's on the ground.
And look at the placement of the ball, too. Like, seriously, watch the placement of this ball. That's not an easy throw. That's roughly, a 30-yard pass, right? Yep. 30 yards in the air. Look at this. That's a laser.
That's one of those net throws, right? We like to watch during camp. Can you put it in that little window? That was an absolute dart.
And he needed that time. It was a long developing route for him to get for Wicks to get to the top of the end zone and get across. That's why you needed 7 in to block.
Yep. Again, look, here we go. And a whiff. Look at Emmanuel.
Oh my gosh.
God, man, he saved the day. I'm
just enough too, right? Caught just enough of them.
Yeah. Again, look at this throw. Nose down too, man. What a great job. Again, it sucks we lost by 2. Proud as hell of that team, though, man, the way they rallied at the end.
Yep.
I love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Hour 12. Stream's still up, boys.
Yeah, I don't think it dropped once.
I think I got some good intel there, so we should be good to go. We'll find out. Wake up in the morning, no channel. We'll see. So, with that being said, anything else you guys want to hit in the chat? Anything you want to hit on at all here before we get ready to wrap up? Man, I think we did pretty good there.
Just had a couple here.
Yeah.
Ignore that last starred one. That's just for reference. But Coach Len here had a good one. We won the middle 8 and still lost the game. Guess that's what happens when you go down 28 points.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
it's true.
And that's again when we talk middle 8. Coach Len hit the nail on the head. If you're down 28, I'm not even looking. I still have the middle 8 here. Green Bay won the middle 8 7-0. And I put in parentheses trailing 28-0. Mm-hmm. So might as well throw that out the window. Turnovers, Minnesota won the turnover battle 4-3. They had 4 takeaways to Green Bay's 3, so they were +1 on the day. Explosives, Green Bay had more explosives, 10-7, obviously, but Green Bay's battling back all night long or all day long. Penalties, Minnesota had 68 penalty yards. I'm sorry, Green Bay had 68 penalty yards. Minnesota had 55. Wasn't a huge factor in my opinion, other than the 4 defensive penalties on one drive. That can't happen. Cannot happen. So,
told you those flags were going to be flying. Good old Billy boy.
Yep. Emilio, you got anything to do? Did you learn anything?
We better clean up those penalties, and we better start shooting for about 50% on third down. I'd be a little bit happier. But
what about the red zone, Emilio?
Red zone, what were we, 4 for 5? Not terrible. We got to make improvements somewhere. It's got to happen. We can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. At this point, we're basically a quarter way through. How are people producing? How are things looking like that? Maybe we can dive into it a little. See where we're at defense-wise, snap sort of thing. But I think that we're gonna, I want to see Matt dive into the pistol a little more. Maybe a couple more different takes. But I'm also happy with Matt as we went into Nashville and routed the Titans, and then you watch last night, and McDonald, right, can't even scheme up a touchdown, basically. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm happy with what Matt has done and what he can bring to the team. He's not just an OC. I think he does have that leadership and can get on players when needed be.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Did you hit this Josh Bellingham chat here, Tim?
Yeah, no, I didn't get it up there yet. But,
that's pretty cool. Thank you for more.
Yeah, shout out to Josh in the chat. He also gifted some memberships as well tonight, just like Bates. So shout out to the PTA posse, man. You guys are
awesome. Yeah, Josh said here, I love how this chat and this channel are so close knit. It's one giant family of Packer lovers. Completely agree, man. It's awesome. It's awesome community. And listen, we got to protect it, man. We get knuckleheads in here, get them out. Yep. I have no tolerance for people going in there. Oh, you guys are stupid. We can respect each other's opinion and agree to disagree, but got to protect that culture we got in the chat. No doubt about it, man. And I know some people are going, well, that's boring, Clayton. I like to argue. Go argue somewhere else. We're not doing it here. Chris C. with the super chat. Thank you, sir. Said, did you guys hit on the 2 kickers that practiced today? I think I paid the kicker talk fee. There you go.
There it is.
I know this. Everybody was going, can you hit me with that Snoop drop there, Tim? When they signed those kickers, man, everybody was like,
Who?
At least that's how I responded. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'll pull it up, or I'll at least read it here. Thank you for bringing that up, because we can't get through an episode without kicker talk.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not mad at Wheelan. I know they were asking Matt about the onside there. If we got our special teams in practice with it once, I would be fine with it. You got people that set the ball sideways on a tee. I feel like one could just do. You're just messing around in the backyard. You spin it on the ground and then kick it. I feel like we could get some of those going. But yeah, honestly, I'm not mad at Wheelan taking that attempt.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, neither am I. If clearly they didn't want Narveson doing it, right? So rather than having him try and do something he's not comfortable with, I think you send Danny Boy out there. Yeah. And let's be honest, it's an onside kick, right? I mean, wasn't it like 1930 was the last time one was recovered or whatever?
5% odds or something.
It's been a while. But yeah, I mean, I got no problem with Wheelan on that. I mean, what are you going to do? You got to tell the whole world what you're doing now. There's no deception involved, right? Thanks, NFL Rules Committee.
I found a tweet. Phil Yates tweeted out, for my Packers followers who normally get their news from the great and currently locked out Rob Demoski. Yeah, you guys don't know Rob. Poor Rob got hacked and his Twitter is gone. So the team, keep your thoughts to yourselves in the chat. Let's be nice, okay? The team worked out 4 players today. Kicker Chad Ryland, kicker Lucas Habersick.
Who?
Quarterback Gavin Hardison, wide receiver Ladietrich Griffin. So the 2 kickers, Chad Ryland and Lucas Habersick. I think I'm saying it correctly. So, and then somebody put the old Bugs Bunny video. I'm afraid we'll get hit with a copyright. I'll pull it up on the screen for you. But it's where he's playing baseball, and the guys they're literally just hitting home run after home run and walking around the bases. And it was Johnny Samp tweeted out, said, no, Narveson isn't the guy. Next man up. And it's just them going around the bases. So, put a quarter in the merry-go-round, boys.
Yeah, I'm sure these won't be the last kickers that come through 1265, right?
Yeah. And a lot of people mention Brandon McManus, and he's a veteran kicker and everything. He's been out of the league for, obviously this year, and it sounds like he might have been cleared from some kind of like sexual assault allegations or something. Yeah. But, his field goal percentage is like 80 to 83%. I think last year it might have been like 78%. Then it was 83% for the last 2 years. So it's kind of right there in the same ballpark as Anders Carlson was, right?
Who?
Yeah, he does have a big leg, if I remember correctly, but his legs are probably bigger than normal if he'd been sitting out of football. You know what I mean? He might have he might have the Cheeto stains on the hip of the whitey tighties there. You know what I mean? Been sitting around not getting in shape. Uh-huh. So who knows? But there's your kicker talk, Chris. Thank you so much, sir, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Check this out. Chet, I wonder if this is the real Chet. See, I got to be careful with this stuff. Chet says, evening, boys. Love the breakdowns. Did I win a jersey?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Chet, if you are the right Chet, yes, sir. You did win a jersey. So do me a favor. We got to double check, okay? I and please don't take this the wrong way, but if you are the real Chet, The last thing I want is a fake check coming in here and stealing your jersey. Okay, so shoot me an email. Packers total. Actually, text me 865-658-5824. I don't know if you could send images in that text. That sounds scary too. I don't know if I want you sending images in that text. You know what I mean? You got to be careful with that. Email me, Packers Total Access.
There we go.
Packers Total Access at gmail.com. And I'll just have you do a couple things to confirm it's you and not someone stealing your jersey. And we'll get that mailed out to you, man. So congratulations, Donovan Schilling. Chet said to give me his jersey. All right. Chet, can you confirm that? No, but yeah, send me an email, man. Chet, send me an email, Packers Total Access at gmail.com. And we'll get your autographed Antonio Freeman jersey sent to you, buddy. Appreciate you. So anything else, fellas?
No.
Getting ready for Rams, we're starting to shift, right? We did the breakdown. Feel a little bit better about this West Coast road trip, considering that the Rams are, I'm not going to say hot garbage, but they're struggling right now. Perfect time for the Packers to get right game on the road and get back on the winning track here and, have a better record than the Bears. It's depressing. Right. We're tied with the Bears right now, guys. We got to get a dub.
Mm-hmm. Let's not have back-to-back losses. Let's not make that a thing that this team leans on. And I don't think that they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna stop working and grinding like that. But you get into a habit or something, it's not gonna end well, especially this early in the season.
That's right.
Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. Right. So got to get out of that for sure. Couple things we'll hit real quick. I've got updated explosive numbers, coverage numbers, all that good stuff. So we'll keep up with that as the year goes on. But this was good news. Tim kind of talked about it. Jordan Schultz sent me this in a DM earlier today and said, sources, Packers Christian Watson has a high ankle sprain, but I'm told it's a mild one, and he is unlikely to land on IR. That's really good news for both Packers and Watson, especially considering how serious the injury initially appeared. So Mr. Made of Glass sounds like going to come back a lot quicker than most people with a high ankle sprain, right? So funny how that works. So,
sounds like he strengthened his legs in the offseason. I don't know.
Dude, he does look thicker too. Like I noticed that about him. He looks a lot bulkier. My man put on some muscle. So I'm excited to get him back on the field and shut these people up that are
exactly. One thing that I think has always been slept on with him is his toughness. He doesn't get enough respect for the toughness that he
going over the middle, blocking, all that. Man. All that. So another thing too, Tucker Kraft, Green Bay Packers tweeted this out: learn from it, grow from it. This is a quote from Tucker Kraft. We got to hold ourselves to the standard we set at the beginning of the camp, and that's championship play style. So it's funny, the guy who scores a touchdown and the offense is just absolutely on fire. They're still leading the league in explosives, rushes of 10 or more yards, receiving plays of 20 or more yards. What they refer to as big plays here, I've always known as explosives. 38 leading the league right now.
And Clayton, how many of those I mean, I don't think they counted them as stats, but how many of those should we have had that got called back?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Especially in the running game, right? It seemed like we gashed them for a run as a whole. So you're right, man. We clean that stuff up. You're going to have even more explosives. So pretty cool to see Matt got this offense humming. We're going to be fine, boys. I'm telling you, second half, Jordan looked good. I know he still made bad decisions. You got to knock that rust off, but he looked more comfortable on that knee in the second half. I don't think that was a coincidence. So there you go. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, to talk more Packers. We'll have the first injury report of the week, and we'll go ahead and start looking into the Rams, getting a game plan put together for them. I feel like we were pretty spot on with the game plan this week, too. You've seen some of the mistakes were made with the Trey and trips left. You've seen a lot of 2x2 sets, so you could tell Matt was kind of leaning into that a little bit, especially there early on. The big thing was the blown coverage. I mean, we talked about it. We're not going to go back over it, but we talked about these plays and the things that really made the difference. The blown coverages, turning the ball over. You turn the ball over you turn the ball over 4 times and blew coverages all day long, got cooked in man, and you still only lost by 2 points, man. This offense is going to be something special.
Yep.
Got to get the defense caught up.
22 points in a quarter.
It's wild.
Right. Should have done more, right? So
they're going to have that in their hip pocket all year long. They're going when they go down, it's going to be, hey, we've done this before. We can come back. Let's go. Let's get it together. So
that's right.
All right, we're out. Appreciate everybody. Tim, if you would help me out here, man.
For those of you listening on the pod,
thank you for making us part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world.
Musgrave stayed on his feet.
Except when he was blocking.
He stayed on his feet, though, Tim. Go Packers.
Here's